Hello and welcome on 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Lots of activities during the week, and for this weekend we'll be looking at those juicy stories that trended during the week and also the one that will be coming up for the weekend. Not forgetting the fact that a lot of Nigerians really focus on sport. They support sport because they derive a lot of entertainment and also business from that particular sector of life. Well, joining me to talk sport this morning is Emmanuel Fashimi. Good to have you, Emmanuel.
Good morning, Professor. It's my pleasure to be here.
Good one. We will be looking at the review. At least let's look at activities that happened during the week where a lot of events actually broke out. Now we start from the home scene, talking about Kano Pillars. Kano Pillars play a game against Katsina United at the Sani Abacha Stadium, and that game did not end well. It was actually stopped because of the fact that unruly fans threw some water, stones, and they went ahead by destroying the bus of Katsina United. That was not a good one because Nigerians really frowned at that particular incident where Kano Pillars management said, well, unruly fans did that, and that led to LMC banishing the team to Abuja. Looking at those, the verdict actually came up from LMC, where they slammed a 9 million naira fine on the team, Kano Pillars, for breaches of MPFL rules. They also banished them to MK Abiola Stadium, while 3 points were deducted from already accrued points. They banned Sani Abacha Stadium, Kano, from hosting MPFL games forthwith. Kano Pillars also, they had to replace or repair damaged Katsina United FC, although the Governor Ganduje, says they will replace the team bus. Inconclusive game to be continued or replayed in Abuja. 3 point deducted from already accrued point, and also another 3 point deduction suspended till end of the season in case of further breach. That came from LMC against Kano Pillars for the fact that those unruly fans caused them this particular verdict coming from LMC. Well, that particular incident did not go well with a lot of MPFL followers who actually saw that that is unnecessary.
Well, definitely that was unnecessary for me. Kano Pillars have now made it a tradition. This is not the first time that they will be found wanting with crowd violence and what have you, making us to see witness hooliganism in football in this part of the world. For me, I've always said this, that the LMC should come out with a stiffer sanction meted out to teams that are found culpable. Corporate. If I happen to be the LMC, maybe a LMC board member, or I happen to be the LMC chairman, because I think I have some say, I will banish. Like, okay, let me use Kano Pillars case for example. They are in the north. I will take them from the northern part of the country down to Bayelsa, as in kilometers away from where their fans will even come close, or other persons, and then deduct 9 points. The money, the 9 million naira they can pay. But for me, if you ask me, I've always said this, it should be more than that. 9 million is something they have, the state government can pay it. If you give them something of 30 million, 40 million, or if they don't want to pay that money, suspend them from playing the league for 3 good years. I think it will serve as a deterrent to others. So all the paying money, banishing them to Abuja, for me, I still see it as a soft penalty.
Okay, we've been looking at Kano Pillars, LMC verdict and all that. Well, after that particular incident, that we have this particular report from Kano, from our man Abdulaziz Ibrahim, we actually met with the chairman and they had some interview with him. Let's look at this particular video.
Sani Abacha Stadium in Kofarmata, Kano, getting dressed for a Nigeria Top Flight Football League game. After 2 years of absence, supporters of Kano Pillars FC get the chance to watch their darling team play on home soil once again.
It is an exceptional feeling. You know, it's been a while since we played at home, and I can say that in a long way has affected our performance. It's not easy, and for this fixture, actually, Kano Pillars against Katsina United is one match that we really don't want to play, especially in their old stadium, their Mohammed Diko Stadium. So we are really happy to have this one at home, and I'm sure it is the beginning of, let me say, an improvement we are hoping for starting from this match.
I think it's a very good
feeling because, you know, I might say that for them not be playing at home, it might actually have a very negative impact in their performance, because not having your fans supporting you, you know, is a very bad feeling for a player. But I think for today's game, I think it will be a very, very good one.
During the pre-match shake-up, the players showed that no tension exists between them and the match is expected to be a brotherly affair. The economic impact of football on the lives of Kano people is evident as several businesses previously halted come back to life.
People used to buy before, but ever since Pillars left home, no market. Today alone, the market has risen. People have started buying things from outside the stadium.
Amma yanzu tun da filas sun dawo tun ina hanya ma ake tsayar da ni aka fara siyan riga har na zo bakin stadium aka siya wasu suna siya suna shigowa da shi alhamdulillah mun gode wa Allah.
In the initial exchanges, both teams struggled to string together decent attacks. More proof of the poor form of the teams that are not too far from the red zone on the MPFL log. The first stoppage happened when Katsina United goalkeeper Stanley Nwabili complained of being hit by an object from the stands. The match officials and team captains sorted things out while players seized the opportunity for a forced water break. Now in the last 30 minutes of the game, the home team maintained a high tempo as they fought hard to secure the much-needed goal. Meanwhile, for the visitors, it was one stoppage after another for players needing medical attention. Things fell apart at the 79th minute when a barrage of rocks, water sachets and bottles came onto the pitch, forcing yet another stoppage. Eventually, the center referee and players of both teams were hurriedly escorted by security operatives into the tunnel. Outside the stadium, the team bus of Katsina United was damaged, allegedly by the same irate fans that disrupted the match.
Some people, certain percentage of the people are trying to retaliate what has happened between Kano Pillars in Katsina 2 years back. But for me, if this issue of retaliation, taking revenge, cannot be avoided, where are we going to? This world will not live in peace. I will do it for you, you should have to forgive me, so that tomorrow we will continue as friends.
Coming into the middle of one of Kano Pillars FC's poorest seasons till date, what remains to be seen is how the banishment to the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abuja affects the club.
You see what we have been trying to build between Kano and Katsina for the past 2 years. We call them here, we invite them for a pre-season tournament. They were here. We converge them in our buses, Kano Pillars buses. They go together with Kano Pillars boys in the same bus. They played matches, nothing happened. And we intentionally relocate our match from Kaduna to Katsina for the sake of peace to reign. All this has came into thin air because of some provocative element of people that don't want the progress of Kano Pillars and Kano State in general. If you are thinking of you don't want the chairman, or you don't want the secretary, or you don't want the coach, now it has affected the entire people of Kano State.
Celebrations for the return of the MPFL to Kano have turned sour due to sanctions placed on the club. Up to 90 minutes of MPFL football at the Sani Abacha Stadium was not possible due to fan trouble.
Just out there, the activities that happen over there in Kano, between Kano and Kano Pillars and Katsina United, also where the chairman of Kano Pillars spoke. Hopefully everything will go well. The Governor Ganduje has promised that Kano State government we actually give Katsina United a new boss. Good one there, and we hope that this will serve as a deterrent to other clubs that are making things difficult for people to enjoy football in Nigeria. We move from Kano, let me away from that particular incident. It's a big one, but at least hopefully things will go well. Now let's talk about AFCON. Just during the week, AFCON qualifiers, 2023 qualifiers draws were actually conducted in South Africa, precisely in Johannesburg, by Salomon Kalou and Lucas Radebe alongside Samson Amos Adamu there. Well, from the way it is, we look at the groups. We have Group A, Nigeria and Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau, Sao Tome and Principe, Mauritius. They are in the same group in Group A. Group B, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, Togo, and you have Eswatini. Group C, Cameroon, Kenya, Namibia, Burundi. And Group D, you have Egypt, Guinea, Malawi, and Ethiopia. Group E, Madagascar, Angola, Ghana, Central African Republic, while Group F and G have Algeria, Uganda, Nigeria, Tanzania, Mali, Congo, the Gambia, and South Sudan. Still talking about the draws that was made, you have Group H, I, J, K, and L, where Cote d'Ivoire, the host nation, Zambia, Comoros, and Lesotho are in Group H, DR Congo, Gabon, Mauritania, Sudan. And in Group I, Tunisia, Equatorial Guinea, Libya, Botswana. In Group J, I have Group K, where Morocco, South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Liberia will be fighting for the two teams that will be qualifying there. In Group L, defending champions Senegal, Benin Republic, Mozambique, and Rwanda are in that particular group, in Group L, where all the 48 teams will be fighting for honors who qualifies for the 2023 African Cup of Nations. Well, that particular group right now, talking about our group, Group A, a lot of people are tagging it that is a simple group, or is a group that easily Nigeria can ride over it, but I don't really believe in that. We need to do our bidding.
Yes, we need to do our bidding. Let's not forget in a hurry what happened in Benin City. From 4 goals down against Sierra Leone, it ended 4-4. And we went away, we went to Freetown. They say when you go to Freetown, everything is not free. And we had to play a goalless draw, where we couldn't even score a goal at all. And to tell you the truth, that African football has evolved. African football has developed. Let's not forget the exploit of Madagascar. Let's not forget the exploit of Malawi at the just concluded Nations Cup in Cameroon. The Gambia, what they did. So that's to tell you that African football is changing drastically. And if you are not following the change, if you are not going along with it, definitely you suffer. Now, Nigeria has always been a superpower house when it comes to African football. Our own style of play is different from every other part of Africa. We have a little similarities with the North African. We like to play very tiki-taka style, where you create chances. You look for the loopholes.
You spread the
ball around, and we know that definitely African football is physical. When you want physicality, you come to Africa. So looking at that group, Group A, where we are in, Sierra Leone, every other country in that group.
Guinea-Bissau, Sao Tome and Principe. They have to decide that one.
We need to play it as if we're already in the Nations Cup final. We need to play each team in that group. So we should not take. We shouldn't take every team. We should not take them lightly. And I pray, whichever coach that they are appointing for the Super Eagles should just hit the ground running.
Hopefully it will happen. Nigeria just have to see their darling team at AFCON 2023. Well, we just have to quickly look at the fact some Nigerians reacted to this particular scenario, saying Nigeria will qualify. Let's look at this.
Yes, of course, Nigeria can qualify. Because this is our country, you have to support them. Super Eagle must qualify by the grace of God. What they played the last time, maybe Z World Cup qualifier, they tried their best, it's just that the game does not fit for them. But by this time around, we pray to God that the game will fit for them. You know, football is a game of luck. There's no sabi there. It's a game of luck. So by the grace of God, we believe this time around they are going to come up with something better for us.
To me, it's an easy draw. Because I don't think this other team in the group can match up with the Eagles. Yes. So it will be like a very easy ride for us, because records have shown that most of those countries they are not really they are not really good when it comes to tactical football. In football, you cannot really predict, but I think if they get their act right this time, I think they'll be able to scale through.
Well, I do believe in second chances, and I believe that things happen, right? Like no matter how much or how well you train, some things can just happen and then you don't get to win. Yeah, so I think that being optimistic is something that each and every one of us should, So I'd like to be on the positive side. So I believe Nigeria can win.
Reactions from Nigerians there, believing that Eagles will actually qualify from that group, no matter how hard the other teams play. Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau, Sao Tome and Principe, alongside Mauritius, will have to be decided by CAF. Then we have 4 teams there alongside Nigeria to qualify from Group A. Who knows? At least Nigeria and one other team will be able to make it there. Now we move away from the issue of AFCON. Let's quickly talk about the Paris 2024 Olympics, where some Nigerian cyclists, as we speak right now, they are over there in Europe. Precisely, they are in Glasgow, Scotland, where they are actually cycling their way to victory. Hopefully, they will be able to qualify for the competition tagged Olympic qualifiers. As we see it, Nigeria really needs to do well in this UCI Nations Cup taking place there. It's involved a lot of countries, but hopefully our ladies, 4 of them, or rather 5 of them right now, they are over there in Glasgow trying to see if they can make it to Paris 2024 Olympic qualifier. Let's look at their name, the names of these cyclists that we have actually over there in Glasgow. Ese Ekpeseraye, Tawakalitu Yakin, Mary Samuel, Grace Ayuba, and Treasure Coxon. Those are the 5 cyclists from Nigeria who are over there in Scotland to slug it out among other nations to qualify for 2024 Paris Olympics. Well, we're looking at the week in review, all the activities, those that trended. We just have to really focus on Nigerian sport. If we don't talk about it, no one else will talk about it. We move away from Olympics and quickly to let you know that also during the week, volleyball, that is National Division 2 volleyball, kick-started over there in Jalingo, Taraba State, where teams are right now who like to volleyballers rather, who likes to play volleyball are right now in Jalingo to participate in Division 2, where the league actually kicked off during the week. Well, hopefully let the best team win. They are there right now slugging it out among themselves. This is another platform for Nigerian volleyballers to be able to showcase their talent, and they are very happy because as we speak right now, most volleyballers in Nigeria are in Taraba, in Jalingo precisely. Well, economic-wise, that state will feel the impact of that particular sport being hosted by that state. Now we move away. The big one that also broke out during the week has to do with Manchester United. They finally announced the appointment of Erik ten Hag, even though it has been front and back for concerning that appointment, but right now it has been confirmed, and it was announced that Erik ten Hag has taken over as the manager of Manchester United. But we look at expectations. Emmanuel, this man is there now. What are we expecting that he's going to do?
For Erik ten Hag is a one manager whose style of play is what we call in the soccer world, we call it total. That is what the style he operates in, and we've seen the exploit he has had with Ajax. This is a man who actually came in to Ajax and brought Ajax, the glory days of Ajax, brought them back. They've always been a Champions League a contender, and we saw what the exploit he did with that side last 3 seasons, 2 seasons ago, beating almighty Juventus in the quarter final en route to the semi-final. So I think a lot of expectations from the fans, from the players themselves. What is he going to bring? What style of play is he coming with? What are we going to do? That's what will be running on their minds right now. But for Erik ten Hag coming in to Manchester United, first thing first, I think he needs to deal with, because right now looking at that team, the spirit of that team is very, very very down. So I think that is what he needs to deal with first as he's coming in. And then coming in also, he will come with his own kind of players. You know, every coach have the kind of players they want in their team, the kind of players they want them to execute their matches. We can look at Mourinho. Mourinho is a defensive coach, and whenever Mourinho is buying a player, he buys players who can bully opponents. He buys players who are physically strong. He buys players who he knows that at the blast of the whistle, they can run 120 minutes and they are not tired. So he himself, Erik ten Hag coming in, he has his own style of play. So definitely a lot of players will go, and then he will bring in some new players. He has said that they should not expect that turnaround immediately. He has been given 3 years contract with option 2 years contract. I beg your pardon, with extension with an option of extending by 1 year. That is, if he actually maybe turn things around in Manchester United, they could extend that contract for him. But right now, Erik ten Hag coming to Manchester United, he has a lot of work to do. A big job. We saw what happened to Liverpool. Liverpool suffered this same fate for about how many years before Klopp came in. They tried all the managers they could, but they couldn't really get there. And Klopp came in in the first season. He got to Europa League final back-to-back. They didn't win it. And then after that, Uhuru, the league eluded them for 20 years. They were able to win it after how many years? And then they won the Champions League. Now they are contending for another title. In fact, they are in the Champions League semi-final. They are contending for the EPL. They have already won the Carabao Cup. Now they are waiting for Chelsea in the FA Cup final. So you see that patience is what the fans and the board of Manchester United needs at this point in time.
Good one there. Just listening to Emmanuel Fashemi talking about Erik ten Hag's appointment and expectations in Manchester United. Just like Wayne Rooney proposed that the fans should be patient with that man as he has just been taking over over there in Manchester United. Now let's quickly move to other, as we are reviewing the week, MPFL matches. A lot of matches were played during the week, match day 24. Let's look at the result and also the table. Now, well, you have a lot of goals were actually scored, about 31 goals, 6-1 Akwa United against Nasarawa United. You have Remo Stars and Eyimba able to score 8 goals together against Zakada and Kano Pillars. Katsina United and Niger Tornadoes 3-1. 2-1 against Enugu Rangers and also Shooting Stars. While Sunshine Stars peeped Rivers United. They have that loss, but it didn't stop them from still topping the table. If you look at the way the table is standing for match day 24, you have Rivers, despite that loss against Sunshine, they still have 52 points, followed by Plateau United on second position, 48. Remo Stars, Rangers International, Kwara United in that pecking order from 1 to 5. 6 to 10, you have Sunshine Stars, Akwa United, Eyimba International, Wiki Tourists of Bauchi, and you have Gombe United in 10th position. From 11 to 20, you have MFM from the bottom of the log. Kano Pillars, after the 3 points were deducted, they dropped down to 19th on the log with 23 points. Heartland, Katsina, Lobby Stars, Dakada, that pecking order from the bottom of the table to 15. While 11 to 14, Shooting Stars, Niger Tornadoes, Nasarawa United, and Abia Warriors are there with those points. That's match day 24 update, talking about the review of the week that happened in the MPFL, Nigerian Apex League. Now we go straight to talk about the Nationwide League One, the third tier of our league. Some matches were also played. Let's quickly look at those results as they happened also during the week. Well, Synergy Ultimate, it was a 1-0 draw against Magic Stars. Easywell, they didn't find it easy. They lost against Emalex 2-1. And you have Kanta Warriors. They played 3-3 with Matawale and Maradona there. Standard FC 2, Clever Warriors 0. Giordano lost at home against Sky Academy 2-0 in that encounter. While Emidinho, they actually lost away to Lekki United. Still looking at some of the results now. We look at another one where Basira FC of Lafia defeated Oyimbe FC, also of Lafia, by Longo. While you have Fieldan 2-0 against Melentaki KFC. City of God 2, KG United 0. Straight down to ABU Workers. Their team won big as they won against Sambra Corner 4-1. Kano Pillars Junior, they pipped Ramsey FC 1-0. Zagbai FC 3, Azuba FC 1. Damaturu Academy, they did well by pummeling Flash Flamingos in a 7-goal thriller 5-2 against Flash Flamingos there, while Binani FC, they actually lost at home 1-2 against FC Jamalite. Those are the results during the week in the Nationwide League 1, the third tier of our league, giving you a review of the week, all that happened, picking some stories that actually trended during the week for you. They are coming from the stable of 360 Sport on Trust TV. We've been looking at all the activities that happened during the week. That's a review of the week for you there. And now we'll be crossing over to preview things that will be happening this weekend, today, Sunday, and also even some on Monday. Well, let's start with boxing. The big one. Well, today at the Wembley Stadium, it's going to be a big one in the boxing arena where some boxers, two of them, the big boxing fight that will happen between Dillian White, the one they call Body Snatcher, and Tyson Fury. That will be coming up because Tyson Fury holds the belt, WBC, World Boxing Organization, World Boxing Council, WBC belt is with him, and he will be defending against his British counterpart, talking about Dillian White, the one they call Body Snatcher. Well, the two will be fighting at the 94,000 arena there at the Wembley. We look at the statistics age-wise, 34, 33. They have 32 fight for Tyson Fury. He has won all. For the man called Dillian White, 30 fight, wins 28. Actually, Tyson Fury drew 1. He won 31. Losses for Tyson? No. You have two losses for White against Joshua and also Alexander Povetkin in 2015 thereabout, and also in 2018. Knockout 22 for Tyson for Fury, 19 knockout for White. When you look at the height, 6'9", that's 6 feet 9 inches tall, and 6 feet 4 inches tall for Dillian White. And you look at the way it is, Gypsy King, that's the nickname of Tyson Fury, and Body Snatcher is the nickname of Dillian White. Both of them, Orthodox as their style, Orthodox stance, and English nationality, both of them. That fight will be a big one for tonight at Wembley. Emmanuel, who do you see? Because as it is right now, the bet is at stake. If Body Snatcher, that Dillian White, wins, it means Tyson Fury is out. And if Tyson Fury wins this, he says if he's going to retire after this fight, either he wins or not. But people are looking at if he loses, there might be every opportunity for him to want to get the belt back. And from there, who knows?
If he loses, you know, these sportsmen, they have a way of coming back, and they might just, we can look at the case of Undertaker, a wrestler. After retiring, he came back and started fighting again. We've seen some couple of players, after they retired, they come back to the sport. Now, for tonight's fight, is going to be a big fight. 31 wins for Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, and then 28 for the body for Dillian White, but the Body Snatcher, as he's called. We know Tyson Fury is a pound-for-pound boxer. He's a man who knows how to. He has this endurance. He knows how to endure. He has this endurance style when in the ring, and then when he gets to round, if he takes you to round 10. From 9 upward, then you start seeing some heavy punches flying. So let's see, it's a fight to watch. Much has been talked about this fight, so let's just enjoy that fight tonight.
From the way it is very possible because the two fighters are both Britons, and a lot of people are looking at what will happen when they're actually friends. They grow up together to some extent, they live together. But from the way it is, that fight is going to be a kind of mature fight because they have respect. They have respect for each other.
Yeah.
So Dillian White have only lost twice in his career against Anthony Joshua in 2015 and also Alexander Povetkin in 2018. So from the way it is, Body Snatcher, as it's called, will be trying to see how he can snatch against Gypsy King, who really wants to dominate WBC. Remember, twice he faced Deontay Wilder and he was able to win twice, and he drew 2-1. That shows the class of Tyson Fury. But a lot of people are saying, well, from the way it is, they want to see who will win this fight. A lot of people are actually pitching towards the Tyson Fury that he will win. But why some? The likes of Parker, Parker also a boxer, said, well, from him, he sees Fury winning. For the likes of Joshua and others are saying, well, it is possible that Dillian White might actually steal the show. We are waiting. Wembley tonight. It's going to be a big one because the boxing legends are really here. They want to show their class in the defending of the WBC belt. Tyson Fury, and also challenging is Dillian White. Away from boxing now, we're actually looking at previewing the weekend. Now let's go to football. A lot of matches for this weekend in the world of football. As we quickly start from the home scene, we start from NNL, Nigerian National League. Matches will be played. Well, they will be going on break, but quickly let's look at this particular group where that's B2 Southern Conference. Their last match for the break. We have Apex Sprint versus Warri Wolves, Abia Comets. They'll be facing Inewi United, Crown FC against that's a double there. Bayelsa United versus Siloso FC, Rovers, Ijebu United, and Go Round FC versus Sporting Lagos. Those are the fixtures as will be happening live in the NNL fixtures. Now we move straight to talk about the MPFL. Matches will also be coming up in the MPFL. Let's look at those matches for this weekend that will be played on Sunday, and also some will be coming up on Monday. Aqua United, Lobi Stars, a big match there. Gombe United, Katsina, Enugu Rangers, Kwara United. Emmanuel, let me allow you to do some justice to this quickly.
Okay, Gombe United will be taking on Katsina United. Enugu Rangers will be at home to Kwara United. MFM will be on the road to Abia Warriors. Then we have Plateau United, 2017 champions, welcoming Rainbow Stars, a team that has actually shown brilliance since they came into the PFL. We have Shooting Stars welcoming Enyimba of Aba. Kano Pillars, the trouble Kano Pillars, who will be playing in Abuja here. We welcome Sunshine Stars. Rivers United will welcome Niger Tornadoes to Port Harcourt. Then Wiki Tourists play Heartland of Owerri, and Nasarawa United will be in Lafia City Stadium.
No, they are now in Jos. They moved to Jos.
Nasarawa, I beg your pardon, will be playing Dakada FC of Uyo.
In Jos, at New Jos Stadium. That's the place to be for Nasarawa United versus Dakada. We just previewed the matches for match day 25 that will be happening live in the MPFL. Let the best team win. We'll be giving them those particular, at least let's give them that particular line. Let the best team win. Looking at the fixtures for this weekend, a lot of matches we've done with NNL and also the MPFL. Let's go international as we look at EPL. Match will also be coming up in the English Premier League quickly. Let's look at those fixtures where Arsenal, a big one, Arsenal, Manchester United, Chelsea, West Ham in the Battle of London, Liverpool, Everton. Those three matches are so huge. Liverpool, Everton, big one. Also a derby, well, as at Anfield, and also another derby between Chelsea and West Ham. Man City, Watford, Leicester, Aston Villa, Brighton, Southampton, Wolverhampton, Burnley, Norwich, Newcastle, and Brentford versus Tottenham Hotspur. But let's quickly dwell briefly on Arsenal, Man U.
For Arsenal, Manchester United, after 3 straight losses for Arsenal at the course of the week, the middle of the week, they were able to beat Chelsea 4-2. It ended on the 9th, and Arsenal they want to qualify for the top 4, and now with that win, I think they gradually they have won. They are a bit comfortable, but the unthinkable can happen for Manchester United. They will be welcoming back Cristiano Ronaldo after the sad incident that happened to him. That is a boost, a morale booster for Manchester United, for Ralf Rangnick and the boys, and also McTominay is coming back to the side. Fred will likely see Varane, and there's a report that the captain, Harry Maguire, might not be playing today because he has been dropped to bench, just to allow him to reassess, and because he has actually faced a lot since the beginning of the season. He has not been there. But overall, it's an early kickoff. It's a great encounter between Arsenal and Manchester United. Both teams wants to qualify for the top 4, and they are going to be at each other's neck. And you always, when Ronaldo is in the side, anything can happen. He has played against this team on pitching times when he was with Manchester United before he left in 2019, in 2009, I beg your pardon. and he has always been hurting Arsenal. I think Manuel, the second choice of Arsenal goalkeeper, them will not forget in a hurry what Ronaldo did to him from a 40 yards out free kick. And tonight's game, the last time they played, it ended 3-2, courtesy of a Cristiano Ronaldo hat-trick. So for today's game, it's going to be a big one.
Who do you see winning between Arsenal and Man U? Because a lot of Arsenal fans are hoping that they believe they will beat Man U today.
Well, for me, it's a close call. If you
maybe because they beat Chelsea over their Stamford
because that will give them that boldness to play Manchester United. But overall, any side can win.
Okay, what about Liverpool-Everton? Another derby?
Yeah, another derby, Merseyside derby. But no matter how we look at it, over the past 5 seasons, Everton has not been able to get a better result. The best result they've gotten from Liverpool was a draw, which last season. So let's see if definitely they are going to put up a good show today. They've been struggling, but for Liverpool, I think they will take the day.
Liverpool will take the day. Coming from Emmanuel, I didn't say that. Let's see what's going to happen. Everton can just shock Liverpool. Well, a big one there. Chelsea will also be facing West Ham in the Battle of London. Most matches will be coming up, but the battle is between Manchester City and Liverpool. None of them wants to drop any point. They want to win all their games, and if it ends that way, it goes City side.
5 games to go.
We're looking at the fixtures for this weekend, and now we move away from there. Let's look at the match that will be coming up in La Liga Santander, just Barcelona against Rayo Vallecano. That's just a match there also for the weekend in the La Liga fixture. Also in the Copa del Rey, there will be a match in the Copa del Rey that will be coming up in La Liga over there in Real Betis versus Valencia will also be coming up in the Copa del Rey fixtures also for this weekend. Those are the 2 games over there in Spain. Let's quickly go Italian. We go Italian Serie A now. Let's talk about matches for this weekend also. Lazio AC Milan. Big game there between Lazio and AC Milan in the city of Rome. Who will win this game? Let's see. Another one in San Siro, Inter Milan, Roma. That's another big match there. Quickly, Emmanuel, just those 2 games so that we can run. Our time is really running fast.
Lazio AC Milan, it's a cracker for AC Milan. They want to win the league. They want to take it back from Inter Milan, and you know it's a close context between Inter Milan and AC Milan. The 2 teams from the same city sharing the same stadium. And Lazio over the past 5 seasons, they've been doing excellently well. And for Inter Milan against Roma, Mourinho has actually brought some respite, some life back into that Roman team. And in today's game, a tribute has been paid to Mourinho ahead of that game. Let's see, definitely all the hypes and whatever, if Roma will come into the party and actually defeat Inter Milan at San Siro.
Lazio AC Milan will be coming up in Rome. Big match there. Genoa Cagliari, Empoli Napoli, Udinese Bologna, Salernitana Fiorentina, Sampdoria Hellas Verona, Venezia Atalanta, and don't forget Spezia will be playing against Torino also there. Well, those are the fixtures for the weekend in Italia Serie A as we are rolling fixtures for you for the weekend. Now we move straight to talk about German Bundesliga. Games will also be coming up. Well, Bayern Munich, big one. They will be playing against Borussia Dortmund in the biggest cracker over there at the German Bundesliga. VfL Bochum 1848, Augsburg. You have Borussia Mönchengladbach away to SC Freiburg. RB Leipzig against Union Berlin again after dumping them away in the German Cup. Eintracht Frankfurt, it's 9 Offenheim. Arminia Bielefeld against FC Cologne. Those are the fixtures, but the big one, Bayern, Borussia.
For me, I've watched this team play over the past how many seasons right now. It has always been one-sided. It has always been one-sided. Last season, whenever you think Borussia Dortmund will come into the party, they end up they will end up flopping. And in today's game, for me, is a straight win for Bayern Munich.
It's straight for Bayern Munich. We wait to see how that will actually be. Now let's go French. As we talk about French League 1 matches for this weekend also, as we quickly look at the fixtures for French League 1. Lyon versus Montpellier. You have PSG versus Lens, Monaco, Saint-Etienne. A lot of big matches there. Nantes, that's Moses Simon team. Will they be able to do well against Bordeaux, the former team of Samuel Kalu? Marseille play against Reims. Well, from the way it is, PSG just have to nip it in the board. They've already done it, but they just have to finally put a cap there by winning the league in the French League One.
It's already done and dusted for PSG because with the way it stands, for me, I can crown them champions of the league already.
Currently.
So they should just enjoy the moment.
They just enjoy the moment because right now PSG are really coasting home. All they need to do, win this game and just go home and rest and celebrate. Good one. We've looked at matches for this weekend. We've reviewed the week. We've also previewed the week. Now we go on a short break to let you have a feel of Nigerian Falconets, what they did against, at least what they did against Egypt in their game. Now, after that, we'll be bringing you the dunk and slam sport of basketball.
It's we need to urge some like the FA in order to bring us some better referees, because the referees are very weak for two teams. I'm not talking about my team only, for the
Actually, that was Flamingo's a little mixed up by saying Falconer. They're a good one. They did well as we were able to win their game 4-0 against Egypt. They will be going to Cairo to play the second leg. wishing them all the best there. Now, let's talk about basketball. It's time to go dunk and slam. A lot of people love this particular sport. Let's quickly look at the NBA. We'll be looking at games being played. Let's look at the Eastern Conference and Western Conference. Let's start from the Eastern Conference. Some of the results for the matches played in the NBA playoffs were Atlanta Hawks, Miami Heat, well, 110-111 just a point. And you have Chicago Bulls versus Milwaukee Bucks. They won that game, talking about Milwaukee Bucks, 111-81. New Orleans Pelicans, they also played against Phoenix Suns. It ended 114-1 against 111 of New Orleans Pelicans. And if you go to Western Conference, some of the results quickly in the Western Conference, you have Memphis Grizzlies. They defeated Minnesota Timberwolves 104-95. Dallas Mavericks, they also played against Utah Jazz 180-126. Golden State Warriors 118 against 113. Denver Nuggets of Colorado. Those are the results as we went down in the NBA. Well, we just have to talk about it. Joining me is Sheriff Awa. Good to have you, Sheriff.
Thanks for having me, Adeni.
I just roll out the result of the NBA series there. Well, it's been a wonderful games between all these teams. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, funny enough, the playoffs this year has been really heated. Personally, I've been enjoying it. I'll start from the Golden State Warriors against the Denver Nuggets. I feel like I'm scared for the Denver Nuggets right now. I feel like that game is going to be a whitewash. Sorry, the series is going to be a whitewash. I'm afraid for the Denver Nuggets, it may lead to a sweep, a 4-0 sweep. But the decider may be the game 4. If they are able to scale through game 4, then I feel like the next game, game 5, the Golden State Warriors are going to close it. Right now, it feels like the Jordan Poole party. You have Stephen Curry coming off the bench, and imagine having Stephen Curry come off the bench and he's still giving you about 27 points. You have Jordan Poole, who is stylishly playing like Stephen Curry, very tactical, very good at what he does. You have Klay Thompson, and of course you have Draymond Green, very defensive. He's like a masterpiece for that team. So I feel like the Golden State Warriors are a team to beat right now in the West, and wholesomely speaking, they're even a team I see going further to clinch this year's championship if other teams don't put them in close watch.
And now, when you look at the NBA, well, this season we know is out for Lakers, but all that teams that are playing the Western and Eastern Conference. Let's look at the head-to-head graphics there, where we actually look at the NBA playoff graphics, where you have Miami Heat leads by 2-1 against Atlanta Hawks. And if you look at it, that game has been in Toronto in Canada. You have Philadelphia 76ers also leading with 3-0 against Toronto Raptors. If you look at the other one, Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference, they have 2-1 against Chicago Bulls. Well, that's the head-to-head now. Boston Celtics, you just have to give it up to them. They're leading 2-0 against Brooklyn Nets of New York. Now, if you go Western side, Western Conference, where the Phoenix Suns also leads with 2-1. They lead 2-1 there in that game. And you have Dallas Mavericks against Utah Jazz, 2-1 in favor of Dallas Mavericks. Golden State Warriors, they are leading with 3. That's a good one there for Golden State Warriors against Denver Nuggets. Memphis Grizzlies against Minnesota Timberwolves. It's been a 2-1 in the favor of Memphis Grizzlies. From the way it is, looking at this particular table, you look at in the Eastern Conference, even though it's still open for the likes of Chicago Bulls against Milwaukee, but it's 2-1. But for Philadelphia 76ers, 3 already against Toronto Raptors. And you also look at Boston Celtics, 2 against Brooklyn Nets. It's still very a bit tough for Toronto Raptors and also Brooklyn Nets in the Eastern Conference.
Okay, let me start with the Toronto Raptors. Right now, the Toronto Raptors actually have good players. They have Fred VanVleet. They have 2 Nigerian boys there, OG Anunoby and Achua. And they also have Pascal Siakam. But right now, the momentum at which the momentum at which the Philadelphia 76ers are playing, I don't see the Toronto Raptors able to match up to that energy. So I feel like on that one, the Philadelphia 76ers are going to clinch to it. They actually have the supposed MVP on that team, which is Joel Embiid. They have James Harden, and they also have Tobias Harris and a whole lot of good stars. So I see the Philadelphia 76ers taking that one, maybe to end in 4-1. That's if the Toronto Raptors are able to win one game. It's going to end in 4-1. But if not, I feel like it's going to be a sweep, as just the way I predicted for the Golden State Warriors. And for the Boston Celtics against the Brooklyn Nets, Adeni, honestly, I've not seen Kevin Durant play like this all through his career. I feel like he folded up on the game too. Kyrie Irving didn't step up. They came up short, both of them. Although Kyrie Irving is actually observing the Ramadan fast right now, but I know that has a role to play in his ability to perform and come out big. But then he came out really big on game one. He scored about 39 points, so it wasn't about Ramadan, although I understand it could be one of those things that could hinder his capabilities on the game. Kevin Durant is the best player on that team, and right now Kevin Durant is not playing well. The Celtics are a team, those guys are a team of young stars, very prolific, tactical, they have good strategies. And one thing that's kept them this good is their defense. You have the defensive player of the year in that team, Marcus Smart, you have Jason Tatum, you have Jalen Green, you have a whole lot of young stars in that team, and those guys are not here to play. I still very much believe in Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. I feel like they can still do something with the addition of Seth Curry, Patty Mills. I believe they can still do something. But if they don't win the next game, that's game 3 for them, because they have not played their game 3. If they don't win the next game, then I don't think they'll be able to meet up this one.
Good one there. We've been looking at the NBA playoff series happening Eastern Conference, Western Conference. It's been an array of stars showing their class there. But before we go, well, it has always been like, a lot of people don't really follow this. Let's look at the all-time scorers in the NBA. It has always been the man, Kareem Jabbar. Well, let's look at that as it is. We look at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar talking about LeBron James, and also not forgetting Karl Malone. Those are the top 3 right now, and from the way it is, it has been a big one for Malone standing second, but now LeBron has taken over, and you have LeBron pursuing, is really running after breaking the record, but it will take him another extra 1,000 before he can get close to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And it feels like it is far-fetched, right? I feel like this is actually a monumental accomplishment in the career of LeBron James. On his 19th season, he's able to surpass Karl Malone. I feel like he's still going to go past Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but it's going to take him some time. Even on this season, LeBron James was able to score. He was really good at scoring, just that his team was not able to rally his team to go into the playoffs. Well, I still feel like he'll be able to go past Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but it's going to take him some time.
With the way it is right now.
That's
he's
a lot
aging
of points.
too.
Yes.
And it's a lot of points, about 1,000, 3,000. Most of them have 3,000, but
LeBron James has this way of, he knows his way around the basketball business. Right now, he's saying he wants to play with Golden State, Stephen Curry. I feel like if that works for him, he'll be able to catch up with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Just give him like 2-3 seasons. He still has that.
Hopefully, let's see. Maybe he will be able to get that record done against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It has been a wonderful time with Sharif Awa in the world of dunk and slam sport. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Good one there. Well, as we always tell you that sport is business and fitness. Our time is up. We have to go now, but we're giving you the review of the week and also previewing matches for this weekend. Not forgetting boxing, where Dillian White and Tyson Fury will be showing down tonight at the Wembley Stadium. That's it on 360 Sport. Have a splendid weekend. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.